So I come from a family that I'm so grateful they have the ability to just like throw money at something to make the problem go away. But as a 36-year-old, I haven't quite built myself up to the point where I personally can make problems go away with money. I would still have to like ask my dad for money. And I don't want to do that forever. And it probably won't be a thing anymore. But this like millennial generation, I feel like we are so attacked so bad. Like, you'll own nothing and be happy. They're gonna try to make it so you can't have kids. And even if you have kids, they're gonna try to like destroy your kids in some way, shape, or form. It's like millennials can only afford to strangle the root cause. Like we were left with no other option. So I feel like a lot of people think that like we're some kind of villain, but like we had no other option other than to attack the root cause. We can't just throw money at problems like our parents could. And that was, mercy and a blessing to have that lifeline, but it can't stop us from strangling the root cause. And I think that's why a lot of psychopaths have a lot of problems with people like me, is because we don't have the luxury. We can't keep asking our parents for money. We don't have the luxury to pay money to crime to make it go away. At some point, and at all points, and I never didn't have this point, it was like I could only ever afford to strangle the root cause of what is causing all the crime and harm in society and attacks against me. And it was always financial attacks against me, and you can throw money at it. But on a personal endeavor, it was like I needed to still strangle the root cause, and like a spiritual warfare type effort. We don't have the luxury of just throwing money at all these freaking assholes every time they bring trouble our way. We had no other choice but to go after the culture war and to go after the system itself, to screw the system, to speak life into the system of death and bring the truth about. And it's working out really well for us. And I also feel like this is why this generation is so heavily attacked, because it is actually really working out really well for us. When I went after child trafficking in 2020, virtually nobody had heard about it, and now everyone knows about it. And that's just the tip of the iceberg of the entire system of collapse. That it was like Gen X got really mad about things, but millennials like actually started to, without a choice, actually had to start actually screwing the system. Literally, like physically, like we had no other choice. We're not villains, we had no other choice. And, I'm just grateful that I always had like a cushion, but I didn't always have a cushion. In fact, I didn't talk to my family for like a year because they were really annoyed with what I was doing, because they didn't understand. That's all. They didn't understand, and that's all. But it's not the case anymore. But you know what? We can't live like this forever. So the only answer really is like total system collapse, and everyone knows this now. So that's good. That's good.